Well, here we are, stuck inside. Frightening, a real plague. So, first things first, a totem to ward off the virus. I work with metal junk, my hands torn by sharp edges, inhaling toxic fumes of glue. The task force is on the radio, all these respectable doctors praising the president's superb leadership. Disgusting. And here is the totem, the antiviral angel who guards the town from the schoolhouse window. The Wuhan outbreak is contained in totalitarian lockdown. Europe is in trouble, bodies piling up in Lombardy. Now cases are showing up in American cities, lives blinking out across the land. I feel like painting something funky. I download astonishingly lovely images of the virus from the internet. Stay-at-home orders in California. The spring flowers are starting to bloom. At least there is some beauty to enjoy, alone, wandering in the hills. The medieval plague doctor wore a scary leather bird mask, aromatic herbs tucked into the beak to kill the stench of death and supposedly prevent infection. In the recording studio, I'm narrating Journal of the Plague Year to play on our pirate radio station. The task force and the president continue to bloviate. They're not doing much better than the plague doctor of old. Georgia has reopened its nail salons and tattoo parlors. The president tells meatpackers they are an essential industry. Those little figures at the top of the painting are factory workers infected on the job, being plowed under by the big yellow bulldozer. Motorcycles come to town in 3s and 4s, racing their motors across the street. Go home, you guys. We are old people here. The president has given up on protecting us, since most of the casualties are old or people of color. Looks like herd immunity is where he's headed. I download cows from the internet. We're on our own. George Floyd is murdered by a cop in Minneapolis. Throughout the cities of the USA, people are marching. We worry about the protesters infecting one another, but somehow their masks protect them. My medical friend says we should all be wearing masks. The president says we should be drinking bleach or injecting it or something. The task force doctors bite their tongues. Masks are now required in public. When I go for an oil change, the bare-faced guy at the counter jokes that he needs to use facial recognition to process my credit card. Yeah, screw you, too. They're talking about reopening the schools, which were in trouble before this even started. Parents need to get back to work, the economy, the stock market, blah, blah, blah. This won't end well. My hair is a mess. I can't wear earrings because they get tangled in the straps of my mask. Nobody gives a shit anymore about how they look. I can't Zoom on my slow satellite connection, so the hell with it. In the Decameron, wealthy young people lounge about telling stories while the plague rages in the city beyond the walls. Here, the president holds unmasked rallies and big infectious White House parties. In the Middle Ages, Cathar heretics ran into giant bonfires as a demonstration of their faith. It's sort of like that here, now. People are eating in restaurants, hanging out in bars. Some kids are back in school. Football with fake audiences in empty stadiums. Virtual church. The president pretends that everything is fine. The stock market is breaking records. The post office is sabotaging mail-in voting. Somehow, we will prevail. Hooray! 2 vaccines are on the way. Too bad it has all become so political. 100 degrees below zero? Everything should go smoothly now.